Alright, good day everybody. Today we're going to actually be changing out the light switch on my W124, the 94 E320 that I have here. The issue we're running into is that the indent is no longer working to where you can turn on your fog lights or rear fogs. So you can pull it out, it's not sticking anymore. You can turn, it'll turn on, but it will not lock into place anymore. So we're going to go on ahead and get started. And take this off. Alright, so to begin with, we're going to go ahead and just remove this. This just pops off. It's kind of locked at, just pushed on there. Boom, pops off. There's a small bulb you do need to take out that's right here. Remove that bulb. You're going to be using a 24mm socket to take that off. And then after you take that off, you'll be able to pop this trim off. And you will also need to pop this trim off as well. And there's a couple of screws right behind it. We'll get to that in just a moment. Was this already loose? Oh, nice. Well, that makes it a lot easier. Right. Keep that safe. Alright, perfect. We got that all loose. Now this trim should start to come off. Alright, there's that one. Done deal. You can see we got a few little bolts down here we got to remove. Alright, and this side we're just going to wedge loose. Got my little trim removal tool. Kind of just wedge in there. Boom, pop it loose. Ta-da. There we go. We've got another couple of screws here. This whole panel should drop down. Let's go on ahead, get the socket for that, and get this off. Alright, now for these 5 little screws, we're going to be using a 8mm socket to get these off. And we'll just got it the wrong way. Let's not do that. We're going to just slowly work them off. Ooh, this one's going to be a little tight fit. Alright. Nice, very nice. Got those all loosened up. And get these two here. I might need to go get my extension. You know what? Let me do that, because we don't want to be banging against this wood trim. Be right back. Alright, went ahead and got the little handy dandy extension. And now we should be pretty solid to take this all off. Oop. Alrighty, well, me not realizing, good thing we weren't just tugging on it too rigorously. We got 2 more 10mm screws right down here. Let's go ahead and pop those off, and this whole thing should drop out. Alright, now that we got all 8, my bad, all 7 7mm or 8mm screws taken out, we're now going to be able to drop this down. Which, oh, yep, there it goes. Okay, So this gives us enough room right here to where now we can get this. This just twists out pretty simply and easily. There you go. And boom, comes loose. We have our old little socket right here. Has a connector has a connector on the back here that we're gonna have to pop loose this bad boy. So let's go ahead and take that off. All right, so this connector just wiggles off. Super simple, super easy. We're gonna grab our new one. Boom, brand new OEM part. We got the other one that we have here. Looks like this was an older OEM one. Newest part number. It looks like it ends in a. Looks like it is 000-545-6204 is the newest number. The older one's a 6004. So perfect. We're gonna go on ahead and fix this up, install it, and hopefully be rocking and rolling. And actually, interesting. Looks like the newer one has a few extra pins on it that the older one did not. So, all those pins are up on that connector anyway, so I'm going to guess it's just a universal switch in general. All right, clip that back in. Perfect. And we are going to go in with this and twist and lock it into place. All right, awesome. Now we can go back up with the dashboard. Bolt this all back on, and we'll be ready to rock and roll. All right, now we're going to pop the bulb back in, and boom, done deal. Everything's back together. Now we're going to test out the lights. All right, perfect. So we're going to go back in with it. Oh, I had my blinker kicked on. Knock that off. well, I think we're out of gas. Alright, so we're gonna, boom, boom, that works. Alright, the fog locks in, and the rear fog, and you see that little light kicks on too, so everything's hooked up properly. Done. Got our parking lights too, those work as well. We're gonna turn that off, and we are good to go. Alright, now we're done. Headlight switch is back up and running on the 124. Now we can get it up to the dealership, get the safety inspection done, so we can get the registration paperwork completed on this car and get her on the road. I'll see y'all next time. Bye-bye.